Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Thursday Yanko back here with another video, and I want to talk about something that I think that I touched on a little bit in some of my other videos, and I talked about Jayson Tatum not being a superstar, and of course, fans were going to disagree because they have no idea what a superstar is. They don't know the criteria. They don't really have a great base to describe what a superstar is or what they need to accomplish to become a superstar, and I already have it mapped out. Ben had it mapped out. Shout out to Chronicles of Judah, my favorite YouTuber of all time, favorite content creator. He was saying this criteria and it made the most sense. And I have adopted that ever since. And, a lot of people don't know the tiers of players in the NBA. So I want to talk about the tiers of players and what is a superstar in this league. Now, currently, you only have a few superstars, that being Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Nikola Jokic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Those are the superstars in the NBA. There is no other superstars in the NBA. You got guys that are going to break through eventually and become superstars, but right now, those are the only superstars in the league. You feel me? Now, I know a lot of people are just going to be up in arms when they hear that, but let me explain to you guys the tiers of players. You have the scrubs like Thanasis, Killian Hayes. Then you have the role players such as a Royce O'Neal, a Yuta Watanabe, Terrence Mann. Just regular role players, right? Then you have the elite role players such as a Bobby Portis, a Norman Powell, Bogey. You got guys that are going to compete for 6 men a year and stuff, right? But then you have the low-level stars. Now, what is a low-level star? Even though some people want to mark him as a role player because that is the role that he's played in most of his career, but Mikal Bridges is a low-level star. He could make an all-star team. He could not. But you're not going to average 21 points a game and you're just an elite role player or just a role player. No, he is a low-level star, such as a Scotty Barnes, such as a Julius Randle. Those are low-level stars. And Randle, he's been an all-star multiple times, but he is a low-level star. That's just what he is. Then you have the legit stars, the solidified stars, a Damian Lillard, a Kyrie Irving. You got Anthony Edwards, John Morant. Now you have Luka and Jayson Tatum. Now I know a lot of you guys are just going, whoa, these guys are superstars. No, they're not. They are not superstars. You have guys that are on the cusp of becoming superstars, such as a Joel Embiid, such as James Harden a few years ago, such as Russell Westbrook a few years ago. My criteria for becoming a superstar is not as watered down and whimsical as other people's. Here's the criteria. You have to have a regular season MVP. You have to have a finals MVP. That's it. You have to lead your team to a championship. You have to be dominant in the regular season and in the postseason and lead your team to a championship and be the best player on that team. That's what you have to do to be a superstar. Luka hasn't done it. Tatum hasn't done it. They have no regular season MVPs. One of them is going to win the MVP this season, probably. Probably not. It's probably going to be Luka or Shea. But listen, all I'm saying is this. You have to dominate to become a superstar. Because people like to throw out that term like KG saying, oh, we got, 30 superstars in the league. Like, what the hell? Even though he played the game, it's like their brains be so fried. Then you got other guys talking about Jokic isn't a superstar. Like, what? 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 It's crazy. But all the guys that I listed that are superstars have led their teams to championships and have finals MVPs and regular season MVPs outside of one guy, which is the exception, that being Kawhi Leonard, because he's not the guy that's going to dominate in the regular season. He's not going to put up the stats, but the only way you can sneak in as a superstar is by winning a Finals MVP, if you led your team to a championship, whatever. And I feel like Jimmy Butler has that chance. If Jimmy Butler won last year, he would have been a superstar in my eyes. He's been to multiple finals. He's led his team to multiple finals, multiple conference finals appearances. And if he would have won the Finals MVP in the championship, he would have been a superstar because he would have dominated in the postseason to where the regular season really didn't matter for him. But guys who need to dominate in the postseason and the regular season, those are the guys like Jason Tatum, the guys like, Luka Doncic. You feel me? They'll be bona fide superstars. Well, not so much Jason Tatum because he's on a super team. Like, he would be a low tier superstar. But a guy like Steph Curry, even though he didn't have a Finals MVP for years, he had the rings. He should have got it in 2015. We knew this. And pretty much he was a regular season MVP. He dominated in the postseason. So he got excused in my eyes to be a superstar. I know the criteria is shifting back and forth, but you guys know Steph Curry should have gotten the Finals MVP in 2015. We know this. And he finally got it in 2022. So we could finally end that discussion. He's been a superstar, but I guess he met every box, checked every box to be a legit superstar. And it's mainly about the postseason and leading your team to a championship and being the best player on that team. Like Jason Tatum, if he is the best player on the team. Like, I wouldn't say by a wide margin between him and Jaylen Brown. I don't care. Fight me. But listen, if he won the Finals MVP in a championship, he would be a superstar. Like, people have him as a superstar now. And that's the issue that I have. Because when you have legit superstars such as Steph Curry, Jokic, KD, LeBron, Kawhi, you putting a guy like Jason Tatum and Luka that have not won shit. Like, they haven't won anything to be called a superstar. And then you put them in that pot with those other players who are legit superstars. And then you're like, oh, well, there's different tiers of superstars. No. How about they're just a star? How about they're just a star? How about they're not a superstar yet? How about they haven't accomplished the same things as these guys? Because if you got to break down the tiers of superstars, then the guys are not superstars, man. They're just stars. You got low-level stars and you got stars, legit bona fide stars, But that's pretty much my criteria. And I get tired of the media. I get tired of the fans calling this player a superstar, that player a superstar. They have watered down what it means to be a superstar. To dominate so much that you can carry a team to the finals and win. People are calling guys superstars that have not done neither. They have not dominated the postseasons and they have not won a championship. No Finals MVPs, no regular season MVPs, no nothing. But they get called superstars. You see how it gets watered down. And it's annoying. It's very annoying. Kawhi Leonard, he's a superstar just based on his postseason alone. Jimmy Butler would be in that archetype to qualify to become a superstar. It's mostly about leading your team to a championship. And me, look, I hate the whole carry culture. I never mention a player carrying a team or something like that. But you have to be the best player on the team that wins and get the Finals MVP. That is the bare minimum to become a superstar in this league. The bare minimum. But if you want to say guys like Steph Curry are a higher caliber, you can rank the superstars. As long as they got a Finals MVP and they led their team to a championship, you can rank those superstars within there. But there's no tier like of superstars like that haven't won shit. Like, no, they're not a superstar. They're just stars. And Joel Embiid is a bubble superstar. He would be on the cusp of becoming a superstar. And if Luka won the MVP or Shea won an MVP, they would be on the cusp of becoming a superstar. They would just have to win in the finals. You feel me? I'm not too concerned about the regular season MVP because The media votes for it. And now we have so many guys who you can't go wrong with. You can't go wrong with Luka. If you want to stick to the criteria, you can go with Jason Tatum, even though he's on the super team. You can go with Jokic, who might win. You can go with SGA, who deserves it. You know, you can go with those guys. You can go with Giannis. Like, Giannis became a superstar in 2021. Giannis was not a superstar before 2021. He kept flaming out in the playoffs. And even though it was an injury-riddled run, he got the job done. He got the Finals MVP. He was the best player on that team. He led them to a championship. Regardless of whatever was in his way, he got the job done. And that's how he became a superstar. Nikola Jokic, you know, he had 2 regular season MVPs, but he could not get over the hump. Team just kept getting injured. And, you know, when they finally got healthy, he went all the way to the finals and he won. It doesn't matter if it was against Jimmy Butler. You play who was in front of you. He dominated everybody in the West. And he got that finals MVP. He was the best player on that team. He led the entire playoffs in rebounds, points, and assists. He was dominant in the postseason. And he became a superstar by getting that finals MVP and being the best player on that team that won a championship. That is the criteria. You know, like I said, I'm consistent with it. If Jimmy Butler wins the championship this year in the finals MVP, he's a superstar. Jason Tatum, you know, he can get in being a superstar and get into that class, but he would be on the lower end of the superstars because of the simple fact that he was on a super team. But once again, it's about getting that finals MVP and being the best player on that team that won the championship. That's all that it's about. That's really all it's about. That is the threshold, the bare minimum to become a superstar. If you can dominate in the regular season, get the MVP, and win in the finals. See, the only thing that messed up that criteria is 2015 with Iggy getting the MVP over Steph Curry. That messed up that entire criteria, but now that Curry has it, we can finally get back to what's normal and what's realistic and what matters. You know, LeBron, of course, superstar. KD, I know some people want to discredit his rings, but he was the best player on that Golden State Warriors team. The nigga even tried to give his second finals MVP to Steph, and he was just so much on a different level. And Steph wasn't on that level. And, you know, he got his second finals MVP. He has a regular season MVP from 2014. Superstar. So, you know, like, it's consistent. But my issue is we got to stop calling guys superstars. Like, niggas calling Anthony Edwards a superstar, John Morant, Jason Tatum, Luka Doncic, Scotty Barnes. It's like, these guys are not superstars yet. They can be. This is not to say that these guys will never be a superstar. But the issue is, you guys want to call everybody a superstar when they're just not. We cannot say, oh, you know, Jason Tatum is a superstar. So is Jokic a superstar? Yeah. All right, then do they have the same accomplishments? No. Okay, then how the fuck is Jason Tatum a superstar? Exactly. You see it? You see what I'm talking about? These conversations are closed doors. You need a key to get in. These niggas ain't got the key. Not yet. Be patient. We keep trying to put so much pressure on these young guys to win. Now, Jason Tatum has pressure because he has a super team. You feel me? But we keep putting pressure on these guys to win. Win, 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 win. You're a superstar. You're this, you're that. You put all these accolades and all these acclaims on these guys that have not won shit. They have not proven themselves yet. And they get thrown into certain conversations they don't belong in. So when they come up small, you guys tear them down. You guys tear them down. That's the reason why I shit on Dame so much. Because he was hailed as a superstar. Hailed as a guy on this level. And he didn't win shit. He hasn't won shit as a first option. But you guys put him over Kyrie and Steph and put him in certain conversations he didn't belong in because he lost too damn much. He didn't win shit in Portland. Not even an MVP, not even a scoring title. And you guys put him in certain conversations. That's the issue I'm having that you guys are doing with Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, and all these other guys. They are not superstars yet. They do not meet the criteria yet. They have not accomplished enough yet. Making it to the finals don't mean shit. You gotta win. You have to transcend it. Whatever is in front of you. That's what we talk about. A superstar is a transcendent player. None of these guys have been transcendent at all. Jimmy Butler, yeah, he can go on a run in the first round or in the second round, but he burns out. That's not a superstar. Jason Tatum comes up small. That is not a superstar. Joel Embiid comes up small, underperforms. That's not a superstar. James Harden chokes. That's not a superstar. That's not. It's not to say that these guys don't have it in them. But from what I have seen, they are not there yet. They haven't accomplished what these other guys that are in that superstar convo have. So you can't put them in that same conversation. You can't put them on that pedestal. They don't deserve it. In both good and bad ways. You're putting too much pressure on them. You're putting too much expectations on them of the guys that have already accomplished it, because people expect Kawhi to win. People expect Jokic to win, Giannis to win, LeBron to win. People expect these guys to win because they've already won. Steph Curry, people expect them to win because they've already won. We only expect these other guys to win because we're calling them superstars, not because they're proven. Not because they won a championship, not because they got a finals MVP. We expect them to win because we put all these accolades, all these acclaims on them, all these names on them. We're boosting them up on a pedestal of the same players. Like, you got guys that will put Jason Tatum over a Kawhi Leonard. When it matters the most, who are you taking? Let's be real. Let's be real. Joel Embiid. When it matters the most, who are you taking? Kawhi Leonard. Anthony Edwards. When it matters the most, who are you taking? Kawhi Leonard. Fully healthy now. Let's be real. We know what it is. Because subconsciously, we know who the superstars are. We already know. When we see Dame go up against Steph Curry last night, who shined through? Steph Curry. You feel me? Sure, you got guys that are superstar talents like a prime James Harden, a Joel Embiid. That's superstar talent. And you got like Kyrie Irving, who I believe is a superstar talent as well. But they haven't had the accomplishments of the other guys to be transcendent enough on their own to be the best player on their team and win that finals MVP. They haven't done it. So they're not superstars. Jason Tatum's not a superstar. Joel Embiid's not a superstar. Luka's not a superstar. Anthony Edwards not a superstar. John Morant's not a superstar. You feel me? I'm just going down the list. Shea is not a superstar yet. These guys aren't superstars. You feel me? Like I said, the only superstars in the league are Giannis, Jokic, Kawhi, Steph Curry, LeBron, and KD. That's it. All the guys below them have not proven anything on their level. And that's all I gotta say. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the criteria. If you guys want to scratch shit out and try to make it seem like, oh, I'm hating on this player or hating on that player, I'm not. I just want there to be a set criteria, which there is, but people have watered it down to be like, oh, just based on name value or some shit like that. Like, no. Based on points that you score. No. It's about what you have accomplished, not what about people think of you. You know? The respect comes with all of that stuff. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace.